Hi, I'm Ella. I'm a photographer and I'm from Liverpool. You could say that photography means everything to me, but it's not just a small part of my life, it's the biggest part of my life, and it literally is me. As well as it being a hobby growing up, it's also like something that's just a massive passion. It always has been and it always will be. I can't ever see myself like growing out of it. Over the last few years, I've found a lot of my confidence has grown within photography, meeting new people and being able to have that confidence to approach people and, you know, ask them to take a portrait. I like to give people compliments, you know, if I think someone looks good, or I like the shirt or the shoes, or I just think they've got like a really cool style. Usually like I'll introduce myself and, you know, explain to them like, oh, you know, I love your style type of thing, like would you be up for a portrait? I think doing that, it can make someone feel comfortable straight away because you've gave them that like compliment, you've introduced yourself, you've told them like what you want to do, like why you've came over to them. Having my camera with me, it's an excuse to spark a conversation with someone. And I'm like a massive people person, so it's a great way to start a conversation. And people also love it because they're kind of getting something from it. So whether I do take a portrait of them and then I'll offer to send it to them, that's a great way for people to want to get involved because they're actually benefiting from that interaction. That's why portrait photography, I'd say, is my favourite like field, just because, again, I love people. I've always been into bikes. Grew up close to my dad, who was always cycling, and growing up around like bikes, fixing bikes, you know, we've always lived in houses and had 3 or 4 bikes everywhere. Being able to incorporate cycling along with me photography, it's 2 passions. Usually like in the summertime, I like to spend a lot of my time like outdoors cycling. So I thought like what a great way to also approach people. I like to spend time like cycling around Liverpool and spotting cool things and having that time to like take photos. Love just putting my headphones on and literally cycling and looking around and taking all the lovely things in. Yeah, so like you can get far on your bike, you can squeeze loads into like an hour. It's also a great conversation starter because people usually like spot me biking because it's quite like a vintage bike. They're always like, oh, nice bike, and it's like, oh, because they'll start chatting to me about my bike and then we'll start going on to the subject of photography like just naturally. So yeah, it's a great like conversation starter, the bike. I'd say like photography's given me something to be able to focus on. You know, I feel like sometimes when you are having a bit of a bad day or you want to get out the house, it's like the perfect thing to make you get out of the house, you know. I'd say like it's given me a lot of like courage and confidence to do things that I would never thought I would do. Last year, I won the Fire It Up Fund and I was given the opportunity to host my first ever solo exhibition. Didn't really know what I was going to exhibit or how I'd even start, just because I'd never done anything like this before. But after looking through me images from my Italy travels in the summer, I realised I actually had some really strong images and like a good body of work that I could actually put together and exhibit. So this is where the idea of Tutto Passa was found. So yeah, it's a series of images basically documenting my first experience of Italian culture and landscapes. There was never a plan to do an exhibition with this type of work. It was basically just holiday photos that everyone seemed to love. So after putting them up around the shop, the turnout has been absolutely incredible. So yeah, totally overwhelmed by the amount of support that I received on the opening evening. Honestly, people who I'd never met before turned up, best friends, family. So many people took the time out of their evening to come and support me, and even if they couldn't come, you know, even just something small like sharing kind words, it goes a long way. And also a massive bonus for me was actually people wanting to actually buy the work, and I never ever thought this would be a thing, but it has been. Even the opportunities that have came after the exhibition have also been amazing. Being able to build connections with people and continue to do work that I love. A crazy thing for me is feeling like I've come full circle, you know, being a customer to actually having me work up in one of Liverpool's most popular coffee shops just feels like such a surreal feeling. So this is my favourite piece out of the whole exhibition, hence why I got it done quite large. Just wanted it to be in your face when you walk into the shop, and I feel like with the type of image it is, it's almost like he's greeting you as you walk in. So the story behind this was basically I was eating an ice cream in Adgerola, which is a part of Amalfi Coast. I seen this guy hanging out of his window talking to a load of boys in the street, and I just absolutely loved the light that was shining on him. It was like golden hour in the evening time, and with the yellow wall and the tan skin, it just had this like lovely golden glow. And I love warm tones in my work anyway. I like to shoot a lot of warm tones, so I ran over to him and I was like, please stay there, and I need to take a photo of you on my camera. So a few of the guys below were explaining that it was actually his family, and one of the lads told me it was his grandfather. So I got chatting to him, and the guy in the window, his name was Raphael. He was fixing his shirt and taking his glasses off, and I was like, no, I don't want you to pose, I just want you to be as you are. So as he was chatting to me, that's when I got the best shots, because they were just so candid. So I was just kind of holding my camera and shooting as he was talking to me, which is the shot I got here. So yeah, that's the story behind it. And the crazy thing about it is I got his grandson's details on social media, and his whole family now follow me online. So I've planned to send them out some prints because they're going to put it up in their family restaurant, which is unbelievable. This is another favourite of mine, mostly because I've got a massive obsession with vintage cars, and my favourite colour is yellow. So this was also in the Amalfi Coast, and it was right by where we were staying. So every morning we used to have to walk past this to get the bus into the centre, and I just loved where it was. It was just like within the hills, like right in this Italian neighbourhood. And I used to take a photo of it every single morning just because I loved it so much, and the lighting was different every morning. Some days it was sunny, a little bit misty, and I was just waiting for the right time. So on the last day, the people who lived there actually removed all of the rubbish from the house. So all of this space was now clear, and there was just this lovely clear view of the car, and I just fell in love with this image, and I just couldn't wait to get home to look at it on my laptop. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favourites. In terms of the landscape element to my exhibition, I'd say this is one of my favourite and strongest pieces of work. Again, just because of how unplanned it was. It was a case of getting off the bus one day, and you could either do a left or a right, and we went right, and we ended up walking all the way to Positano and found this on the way. There was just basically loads of trees on a cliffside, and I'd wanted an image like this for the whole time I was there, but it was almost impossible because the buses are so windy and the windows are tinted, so it's impossible to get a shot like this. So being able to just walk and have time to take the image was the most important thing for me. And on this morning, it was just so foggy and misty with the mountains, and I just loved the layers it brought with the image, and I wanted to get like a little bit of foreground in with the tree. So yeah, I'd definitely say this is one of my favourite landscape images. So advice I'd give is, honestly, if you've got something you're passionate about, just put all your time and effort into it. I feel like, you know, we live in a day and age where we're constantly comparing ourselves to other people, and we all do it. I do it, I still do it now. I've just gotten better at not doing it. No one's you. Like the best quote I ever read, which I really like live by, is you go on Google and there's 20,000 images of Mount Everest, but like no one's going to take the photo that you're going to take of it. We all have an individual style. Like there could be 100 photographers in a line and they're all shooting the same thing, but every single person's image will be different, whether that's like how your eye sees it, what equipment you use, how you edit. Every single person is different, and I feel like the advice I'd give is just follow your heart, follow what you're passionate about, and don't let anyone get in the way. Just because if something makes you feel good, then why would you want to stop doing it just because other people have an opinion about it? For this type of industry, like, practice does make perfect. Go out, pick your camera up, shoot things, practice, you know. Learn about your camera, get involved, speak to people, watch YouTube videos, read books, you know, all that stuff. It all works. It means everything. It's me. It's my whole life.